Hey guys, how's it going? This is Christopher John Hill, and today we have another Guild Wars 2 gold farming video for you. And beside me we have Queen Jenna, and of course Scarlet Briar on the right hand side. She was one of my favorite villains in the game, and I think she has #1 in my mind for being a great villain. Very devious, very conniving, and very calculating. So yep, I always loved going out into the field and versing her one-on-one when she was attacking the different maps like in Gandarian Fields or Harathi Hinterlands. Always a lot of fun. So without further ado guys, I'm gonna show you the first spot. Away we go. Guys, here we are in our first location, and we are of course down the bottom below the Stampede Uplands and on the right hand side of the Windshear Scarps. Essentially we're going to be starting around this area, and then we're going to be working our way up, all the way up to the top, and then coming back down again. So I'm going to show you that exact route and exactly what you can get. Down here you're going to be finding a lot of different targets, such as wolves, such as the these ones right here, which are of course going to be the rock gazelles. And if you're not careful, you will get wiped. They're very deadly indeed, so you have to be careful. But it is worth doing this, because you're going to be getting a lot of good resources from the wolves, such as vicious fangs, and of course the claws as well. The alpha wolves are probably the hardest thing you're going to be going up against down here, but otherwise it's not too bad at all. I would probably recommend a warrior. In this case we're using Scarlet, or engineer, but you can still take them down if you're careful. There we go, got them, no problems. Alrighty, so there's a very important reason as to why we're here, and it's not for the rock gazelles by themselves, it's actually for the wolves. They're going to be the first bit you're going to be going up against, because they can summon a whole bunch of extra wolves. And as long as you damage these guys a little bit, you'll see their numbers increase dramatically. So as you guys can see there's a lot of targets already. Lots and lots and lots of them. So let's drop some turrets down on top of them, and then start taking them out. So there you go. They're all getting wiped out, one after the other. No problems at all. Of course a warrior will work best here, or even a thief, but you can still do it with an engineer, with a flamethrower if you want to. It's entirely up to you. And they will drop a ton of loot, all kinds of random loot, good stuff. And the more you do it, the more good items are going to drop for you overall. There you go, Vicious Fang, not too bad. And there you go, you're gone. So, and then we move on, further up the mountain. And you're going to be finding even more wolves, guys. Now, the advantage of going up against these ones, they're basically going to be respawning, summoning allies more and more and more, the more you go up the mountain, and you're going to be having twice, if not quadruple, the amount of targets to take down. Which is going to give you guys a lot more loot in return. And they will come at you full on, so you have to keep your distance from them. But if you can take them down and not have too many issues at all. There's a few resources around, but not too much gathering regards to harvesting plants. But otherwise, you're never going to run out of these guys at all on this farming route. Just past the wolves, you're going to be having minotaurs, and they're going to be dropping a lot of powerful bloods. As you can see, the loot there on the right hand side, tons of it dropping, tons and tons and tons of it. And as long as you can whittle them down, keep your distance, don't get too close unless you're a warrior, you can pretty much take them out, and they'll go down right away. There you go. It's just the veteran alpha wolves that give you any real issues at all, or if they mob you with lots of numbers. But as I said, if you back away, then you won't have any issues at all. So just hit them a little bit, get them to spawn in their allies, get them all gathered up, and then hit them all at once with your main weapon. There we go. And we got lots and lots and lots of wolves spawning in. Quite a few indeed. So I'm going to try and keep my distance here. Not Don't get too close to them, otherwise, yep, that's what happens, guys. Alrighty, so let's take them out. And they're going down. You just have to be careful. You really do. And there we go. Got him. And as I was saying before to everyone, Scarlet has been one of my favorite characters in the game. I think I did a pretty good job on Total Makeover. Even got the backpack, the bladed backpack, which she was renowned for, as well as all the armor, all the proper Magitech armor, and all the proper colors. I studied her makeover methodically, and in the end, I think it came out really good. So I was quite happy. Let's get rid of that turret, because that's causing the issues when we're trying to get my mount going. At the top here, you're going to have the Minotaurs next. So you can take these down. They're not going to knock you over at all, because I am on the engineer. I've got the stability. So I can pretty much just whittle these guys down, no problems. Or even a warrior can do that too. Not a problem at all. And then you head straight ahead. You're going to find a bunch more of them running around. Tons of them. And you just take them out. And there they go. And I'm just going to drop these on them, stop them from moving around a little bit, and take them out. So, in the game, as I said, Scarlet was one of my favorite villains. She was around for a little while, and what I loved about her is you could essentially take her on one-on-one on the maps, and even all the way to the very end, she was quite a villain. A lot of people loved her. A lot of people, not so much, but it really just came down to personal preference at the end. But to me, she'll always be one of the best villains the game ever had. The next one I liked after that was probably Balthazar. Not too bad. He was a pretty good villain too. And he had a bit of a story behind him as to how he got there and all the rest of it. Yeah, he was pretty good too. Alright, and after you finish taking those guys out, just head straight down. You're going to be heading towards these Boga sprouts. They go down in like 2 seconds flat. No joke. No problems at all. And as long as you stay out of their acid puddles, they will not give you hardly any issues. And they don't last very long, especially against a warrior or anything that does a lot of high damage. My engineer, Scarlet, she does a reasonable amount of damage, and she's got some vitality and some toughness, I believe, from memory. But yeah, she does pretty good. Alright, and as you can see down around me, there's quite a few targets around here. Quite a few, indeed. And some people will even leave their characters around these enemies to just farm them. Because why not? They go down so fast, they don't do too much damage to a necromancer, and yeah, we take them out. Alrighty, so we're going to move on from this spot, and I'll show you where to go next, as soon as I get out of range of these guys. And you basically head straight back down to the bottom again, and do it all over once more. So, that's the end of the first farming route. Now I'm going to show you the next one, and as you can see, everything came back again. It's already respawned. So you're never going to run out of things to harvest there. Also, if you head straight down to the bottom of this river, you're going to find something else, which is going to be, of course, let's head straight down. There's a chest down here, and of course, there's going to be something else just below it, which is the strawberries. And sometimes you'll find a little bit of mithril there too. But always worth coming down here to grab these. It's always good to gather these up. Because why not? I mean, it's part of your farming route. Might as well just take a little detour and come down and get it. Alrighty, next spot. We are, of course, on the Desert Highlands map, as you can see right there. And we came from this waypoint, which is at the top left-hand corner, the Derelict Dell waypoint. And we are, of course, just right of that, just below the ice elementals. Down here we have a bunch of enemies which we're going to take out, and then I'll show you the next location to go to immediately afterwards. And then basically you can rinse and repeat, and I'll show you what you can get in the process. So let's get underway. Alright, so basically what you're going to be having here is Arctoduses, and there's tons of them around here. enough to keep you busy enough to give you a little bit of extra income on the side. I mean, if you don't like to take on minotaurs, then you could definitely take these ones on because they don't knock you over at all. They just basically just stand in place and try to maul you. If you just move side to side a little bit, you can essentially avoid their attacks altogether. But of course, if you have a good build, you can just shrug off the damage and just take them out, no problems at all. And they will drop things like powerful bloods, and of course other things like vicious claws and fangs. So there's quite a few of them around here, just enough to keep you occupied. And then I'll show you the next spot we're going to be heading to very shortly. They go down very, very fast indeed. You can use anything on them, like warriors, thieves, guardians. It really doesn't matter at all. Anything will take these guys on. Not a problem whatsoever. Alright, so as you can see, they went down very fast, and they dropped a ton of cuts of quality red meat, which isn't too bad at all. Next spot is directly above us, not far at all. And you're going to be finding, of course, the scouts. There's going to be tons of these guys around, guys. Tons and tons and tons. So just gather them all up, get them all aggroed, and then take them all down at the same time. And there we go, drop those on top. Give them a little bit of a headache, and you just take them down. There you go. So these guys are also going to be dropping powerful bloods, and of course vicious fangs. And the more of them you take down, of course, the higher the chances are you're going to be getting some of that. I mean, you could go after the minotaurs at the top left-hand corner of this map, but with these ones, at least you don't have to worry about them knocking you down all the time. I mean, the worst that they can do is pretty much just cloak. And if they're cloaked, you just keep hammering away, and they'll go down. And there you go. And there's more and more and more of them before you head upwards. And they just keep coming, guys. So we're basically at the edge here. They're all the way up and down here. You can gather them all up and just take them all out. Most classes will work pretty well here, but I would definitely recommend probably a warrior the most because of their cloaking ability. You want to be able to strike them even if they're cloaked. Engineer works pretty good too, and they don't give you too many issues at all. To be honest, they're not really that threatening much whatsoever. And there's more of them up ahead right here. And if you guys go back and forth between both locations, you're never going to run out. You're never going to run out at all. It's really personal preference, and if you guys want to have something different to take down, such as these enemies, then by all means, go for it. And with the engineer, you're not really going to be given any dramatic issues. The hardest one here is probably the elite. You can take that out if you want to, or you just move on again, like I have. And further up, you're going to find even more of them. And also down below, there's going to be even more. It never ends, guys. These guys just all over the place. All over the place. And if you want a lot of targets, and you want to make a lot of blood, powerful blood, then this is definitely the place to be. The Minotaurs are great as well, but if you want something different, a little bit of a change, then just come down here and take them all down. There you go, even more of them. Tons of them. Of course, down here they're going to be a little bit more dangerous, because there's veterans all over the place. So just make sure if you do decide to jump off the cliff there and come down, that you have a good build indeed. Alrighty, let's head on to the next location. Alright guys, here we are on the next map. I'm just showing you a quick example of what I got from that previous map. We got 3 of the Vicious Fang Claws. So claws, fangs, powerful blood, and of course the cuts of quality red meats. Not a bad gathering of loot for such a short amount of time, I will admit. Alright guys, here we are at the next location. This is of course at the Amun Waypoint on the Crystal Oasis map. So essentially what we're going to be doing is heading straight outside the city, and we're going to be heading down around to this location here, and then we're going to be working our way back up again in a circle. So the reason we're doing this is going to be another farming route where you can harvest resources. You're going to be finding things like freshwater pearls, And of course, things like rich orichalcum and mithril, next desert plants as well. This is a location which is good to come to if, of course, you want to just pick up a few extra resources. If you want to leave a character on this map and farm a few other things as well, which I will show you in just a second, which are not too far away at all. A couple of little gems which are set aside, but always good to know about, regardless. So there's the orichalcum right there. Let's just pick that up, grab that, and we'll move on. So once you've gathered that up, you can head down, and if there's no freshwater pearls around in this spot, then you can head straight up again. There's one right there, so let's go ahead and grab that. Alrighty, there you go. Got one straight away. Not bad. And then head further back up again. There's going to be even more of them. This is just if you guys like a little bit of passive farming, if you don't want to be having too many issues or anything, if you just want to leave a character here and not have to combat anything really, it's a good spot to do it, to be honest. I mean, other than, of course, the Verdant Brink map on the Heart of Thorns, this is a good alternate location. The landscapes are very nice to look at, especially with the water reflecting. And you're going to find a few good things around here and there. I mean, the biggest thing you have to worry about is probably barracudas in the water here. But you can pretty much just go right over the top with the mount and avoid them altogether if you want to. Or you can take them down. Entirely up to you guys. Sometimes you'll find a lot of mussels around. You can get freshwater pearls, and sometimes not so many at all. And even down the bottom here, you will still find even more of them. So it's worth going down, just grabbing that, and then moving on again. And there's, of course, bleached bones over there if you want to get those too, but you'll have to deal with the drakes in return for that. Alrighty, on to the next spot. Alrighty guys, here we are in the next location, and this is, of course, it's below the Ambaramba Sand Sea. Try saying that one really fast, 3 times. Alrighty, we're at the entrance, and I'm going to show you exactly what's here. Right in the beginning, you're going to be finding these guys, which are going to be, of course, the Breeze Riders. These guys are not too bad at all. Normally the ones that you go up against will knock you over or they'll steal your boons, but these ones in particular, they go on extremely fast. You're going to drop things like powerful venom and sacks, which will come in handy if you want to sell those at the trading post, or if you just want to collect them up. There's quite a few of them around this location. It's all around the vista, and there's also even a little gem here, which is, of course, a chest, and, of course, potatoes. And a couple other little resources as well, like the flax on the left here, and the bones. So, to me, this is a little gem on this map, which I thought I'd show you guys, in case you like hanging around the map, and you have a roller beetle, and you just want to head over here and grab everything as a daily gathering spot. It's a very nice one, very pleasant, nothing too difficult, other than a few wind riders around. You can take them out if you want to, or you can just move on and just gather the resources themselves. But they take next to no time to take out, and if you wanted to take them down, you can. At the top here, as I said, you're going to find the potato harvest. Nice to have a little bit of extra of that for crafting or for dyes or whatever. We're just selling it straight out. There you go, lots of potatoes and some pigments. And the chest. Where is the chest? Here it is. It's right ahead, right there, lost chest, right at the top of this tree. So you basically just come right down there, pick that up, and just gather it. And on the final spot of this little island, you're going to be finding even more wind riders, which are going to be directly around the vista itself. So these are the more smaller ones, very easy to take out. And if you guys are going to make a side trip here, always worth taking down. There you go. Got them. And they are going to be on the left, they are going to be on the right, they're going to be underneath, all over the place. So if you have a thief or a warrior, something can take them down really fast, I would definitely recommend doing it. Alrighty, so on to the next spot. Alright guys, here's another little gem, just to show you quickly. We are of course at the pyramid, right next to the hero point. And of course there's going to be a little branded chest here, just beneath it. And then we're going to be heading straight through that portal, that sand portal. And I'm going to show you exactly what's up there. Of course you will require your mount in order to get through it. But if you do, it's going to be well worthwhile indeed. So let's just activate that. go, and away we go. And at the top here, you're going to be finding, of course, a invisible kind of sand path, which heads directly above the pyramid itself on the right there. And once you get to the top, there's going to be another chest, which is going to give you a little bit of karma. But this is not the main reason we're here, guys. We're actually going to be heading somewhere else in just a moment, which I'll show you in one quick second. So once you get to the top, there's going to be some bleached bones right here on the left, which you can gather. And then at the very top itself is the Rune Forger's chest. It's part of an achievement, I believe, and depending on which character class you use to grab it, you'll get different stuff. Alright, let's grab that. There you go, 100 karma, not bad. And once you get to the very top, you come over here, jump onto the top of this, and we're going to be heading down to the bottom. And a lot of people know about this already, but those that do not, it will be right here. So we'll put a little marker there so we know where we're going. And you can fly it higher if you want to, you don't need to. You can just fly there with your griffin, but I'm just doing this just to give us a little bit extra altitude. And then you jump off of it, activate your griffin, and away you go. So you guys are going to fly across the entire map and head straight for that ruin location, which of course is going to contain 3 grand chests. And these chests are very nice to grab indeed, because they also give you, I believe, a chance at grabbing certain exotic items as well. If you want to leave character up here, you can, and I believe you can only harvest it once per day from memory. But if you want to have a chance at getting some good items, then yeah, I would definitely recommend leaving someone up here. There you go, glorious branded chest, number 1, and we have another one here, which of course is another glorious chest of Joko. And finally, we have the glorious Alonian chest. There you go, got it. Alrighty guys, I'm going to wrap this up now and show you the total makeover, and then that'll be it. Alrighty guys, here we are in the total makeover section for Scarlet Briar, and I hope you like the final result that I came up with in the end. So I think she looks pretty good indeed. And there's a close-up, and here is with, of course, without the lighting. There you go, she's glowing really brightly. Got the green glow going on with the yellow eyes, and of course the blood on the mouth. Oh, she's a little bit bloodthirsty. Alrighty, so let's get underway with showing you what the details are. The height is going to be the absolute maximum. As for the physique, go over to the very middle section, and it'll be down the bottom left-hand corner. The skin color will be frost green. As for the skin patterns, we're going to be having mint for the pattern color, and the glow color is going to be sour. The glow intensity at the absolute maximum. As for the next section, we're going to be heading to the right and finding, of course, one of the star hairstyles, which is going to be the Scarlet Briar one. Is that one? And the hair color itself is going to be copper, I believe. Yep, yes, it's copper. As for the face itself, it's going to be, surprisingly, I believe it was one of the default faces. So, yep, there it is, right down there, right below that one. Oh, there it is. Alrighty, as for the ears, it's going to be down the bottom right, ear length all the way to the left and to the middle. The face details, the eye color, very important. That one's going to be, I believe it is Desolation, yep. As for all the sliders, it's going to be all the way left, 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 and then middle, left, left, and then right. As for the nose, left, 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 and then right. As for the mouth, all the way to the right, all the way to the left, and to the left. And finally, for the head, it's going to be cheeks in the middle, jaw to the left, and everything in the middle. And there it is, guys. You have the total makeover for Scarlet Briar. I hope you like it. And we're just going to do one last little cameo. Alrighty guys, here we are at the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Showed you a couple farming routes and a few gems to farm from. Here's Scarlet Briar. She's inside the Queen Jenna's throne room. I think it's a pretty good shot. Not too bad indeed. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. Also, don't forget I am a writer on Amazon, so I just finished a series of books, Unlimited Code 01, and I'm currently working on an isekai. It's going to be a really good one, so please check that out on my description for my author's page, and that will be coming out in probably within the next few days. I'm up to about 65,000 words writing it, and I am doing the final edit at the moment. Exhausting, but I'll get there in the end. Alrighty, guys. Take care, and I'll see you later. Stay safe for now. Take care. Bye.